So about 2 hours ago, I was all ready for school, had my bun in, I was just about to leave, and then we got a message that the power went out at school. So now I have a day off. I wanted to make a little speaking video, which I haven't done yet, so I'm kind of excited. It's going to be about a topic that I am so passionate about, and that is protecting my peace. Since I was young, I've always been into like health and wellness, and my mom is a therapist and a psychologist. So I've kind of had that, ingrained in me since I was little. But it wasn't until probably when I was 11 that I really started to look into it. Obviously, I live in a big city that is very, very busy and can be overwhelming at times. And being a college student is hard, and it's just, there's a lot to it. As much as, it's super exciting and lovely, and I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to go to school, it can be stressful at times as well. I wanted to share some things that I really enjoy and have found have helped me so much to make my life very peaceful amidst many chaotic things going on around me. The first sort of overarching topic I would say would be finding a creative outlet of some sort. I like to do many because I really enjoy art and being creative in general, but my main ones would be journaling. I love journaling. I think it's so important. It is such a wonderful way to just get all of your thoughts and feelings and emotions out on a paper, and you don't even have to read it back, just to get it all out there, and it's not for anyone else, it's just for you. That's something that I like to do usually every single day. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes throughout the day, especially when I'm at school and, we're learning. And so I want to write stuff down, or just ideas and things that have inspired me. But also at the end of the day, it's nice to kind of recap my day or thoughts that I've had. So journaling is like the biggest one for me personally. I cannot go without journaling. I need it. I love it so much. Other creative outlets, of course, I'm a dancer, so I dance every single day, and basically not on Sundays usually. Every day is a creative endeavor, if you will, and so obviously that's not accessible for everybody to dance, but that is something that I partake in, that I really enjoy. But it could be other things like sports, or reading is a big one as well. Writing, just in general, like creative writing. I really like to write. I know people don't like to write like essays and stuff, but unpopular opinion, I do. Writing letters to your friends, it's so fun. It's so fun. Like, yeah, we could text, but you could also write a letter and like receive letters in the mail. It's like awesome. The next thing that is very, very important to me is creating a sacred space. It's a lot harder when you live with your family or just with other people and you don't have your own space. Then it is a bit more difficult to create a sacred space, but it definitely can be done. I live alone, which I'm very fortunate to, have, but even when I live with people, there's a way to make a sacred space anywhere. First of all, the energetic flow. So I really like to light incense, which is what I have there, and also smudging my apartment with sage. There's like so much, more in depth you can go with that, but smudging and using incense is really good for creating a good positive energy space and cleansing the space of any negative energy. Whenever it feels necessary, like when I got back a week ago, I smudged my apartment to get out the old year and kind of welcome in 2025. If it is available for you to not allow people into your space who will disrupt the energy that you create, I will not invite people into the space who I feel are going to disrupt what I have created here too. And it's always wonderful to welcome everyone in, but very specific like timing of who is coming into your space and how often you're letting those people come into your home. For me, I let my close friends in my space, but even then I don't have many people over that often, as much as I absolutely adore my friends. Like, I have the best friends ever, but I also need my alone time. More ways to create a space that you feel safe in is, first of all, just simply decorating it how you would like. I love having dried flowers on my wall and posters, and I have, string lights of stars, and I have a whole wall of every letter basically I've gotten that I've kept and been able to bring back to New York. Making the space something that you really enjoy and that when you come home you feel at home. Just creating a space that is so safe and comfortable for you will change everything. All right, so the next thing that I love to do every single day for protecting my peace is self-care. Self-care is something I'm absolutely in love with. It can be not expensive if you find the right ways to do it and accessible to everyone. For me, self-care is all about doing just the little things. The little things that you say, like you're gonna save for a special occasion, like a face mask, for example, or under eye masks. I love using those. And I think, I don't want to use them because I need to wait till there's a more special time. Say you were to usually do something like that once a week. Even just making it 2 times a week, like every day is a beautiful, beautiful opportunity and such a gift. Every day is a special occasion. Every single day, in my opinion and my view. You don't want to be buying a bunch of face masks because that's like really expensive. But for me personally, I have a bulk face mask that is in a bottle, so it's more cost effective, and I will do it more often now because I don't have to just save it for a special occasion. It seems like kind of, it's like small and whatever, like, a face mask, as if that's gonna change everything. But just finding things like that can kind of just inch you along to reminding you that every day can be really special, that you deserve really great treatment every single day. As well as when I'm making my meals, I love to make them as if they are in a 5-star restaurant. In college, you're on a budget and you can't just go and get like a super fancy steak or something. I mean, maybe you can. That's great if you can. You could like have peanut butter and toast and just like kind of chop it on and be like, whatever. But if you just like add a little bit, like sprinkle some hemp seeds and like put some honey and drizzled over it, it's just a little bit more, gives it that little push to make you feel like, oh, this is so special. Like, and sometimes we don't have time to do that, of course, but if you do find the time, that's something I also really like to do. The next thing is having a routine, at least one part of your day that will be pretty much always the same, that you can count on. For me, that is really the mornings. I am a morning person. It's best to find time at any time during the day that is just for you, and it's stable and it's something that you can count on. If I were to give an example, in my morning routine, I really, really like to always make my bed. That is the first thing I do. And then I will go and brush my teeth and do my skincare, start getting ready for school. Once I feel all fresh and clean, I'll go and light candles and turn my little fairy lights on. just like really easing into waking up and getting into the day. I'll have a cup of tea or coffee. This is my second cup of tea. It's just Earl Grey. It's been steeping for like 20 minutes. Anyways, if you have the time, gratitude in the mornings is such, I know people say it all the time and it's like cliche and like, oh, what am I thankful for? But it really is very important. I am so grateful that I woke up today in a warm and heated apartment. A lot of people don't get that. Going into your day, what I do is I really try to not look at my phone for at least 2 hours in the morning. Of course, like I check for messages from like my school or something like that, but generally I don't have any because it's like early in the morning. I feel like it really throws off my day. And when I did have social media, I recently deleted it, but when I did have social media, I wouldn't allow myself usually to ever go on it until it was like after 12 p.m., which wasn't very hard anyways because I'm in class all day. So sometimes I wouldn't go on it until like I got home at like 9 p.m. But you also don't want to be going on your phone right before you go to sleep. And I like to go to sleep early. Oh no, hopefully that's around the same angle as it was. Also, music. I love music. It is a huge part of, obviously, dance, but like life in general. Music is a beautiful, wonderful thing. But I have started to try to not listen to music as much, really, especially in the morning, because I feel like it can really influence how I feel. And I want to, even if it's like a very positive emotion, I want to feel how I feel and not have it be influenced by anything else. That really helps me recognize like how I'm feeling that day. The very last thing I have, I mean, I could go on and on forever, but the last sort of topic I have for protecting my peace is social life and friends. Friends, family, everything in between. I think it is something that takes a while for a lot of people, and especially in elementary school, middle school, going into high school, and then college, and even after that, you know, the social life is always changing, and you're always meeting new people and being surrounded by different energies. But something that I've found really important is that the people who you surround yourself really do affect how you act and how you feel. Even if it's just 1 or 2 friends that you know you can absolutely count on, the number of friends does not matter. At school, I have I hope I'm friends with like everyone, like I'm friendly with everyone, but my more like the group that I hang out with the most outside, I don't like group. What I'm trying to say is like the people that I tend to hang out more with outside of school is a larger group. It's because I've just found people, like so many people that are great. But back home I have, you know, very few friends who are like lifelong friends. So it's kind of depends. But really it's about obviously the value of your friendship over quantity or popularity. I mean, I feel like hopefully people in, you know, getting to adulthood are past that, but you know, to each their own. You need to have people around you who have a general view of you and of each other, where the relationship is reciprocal and both people are gaining value from it. It can't be one-sided and where you're putting out all of your energy to somebody else and not receiving it back. As an empathetic person, it is very hard not to do that. I have to remember that it is also friendship and relationships in general go both ways. Finding people that understand you and are willing to listen and talk. You want to find somebody who is going to build you up and create you to be a better person. So you're both learning from each other. No, friendship serves itself, or relationships serve for a certain period of time. And sometimes it can feel like really hard to let go of people just because you've had them in your life maybe for so long, or you feel like, oh, I don't want to cause any drama by kind of distancing yourself from somebody. But when it feels like that person no longer serves you, it's important in a very respectful and mindful way to, kind of take a step back. And maybe that's a time when you kind of go inwards and start to spend more time with yourself. Alone time. Alone time. I love my alone time. If I am not alone, I will go out of my mind. I feel like a general consensus between all of our friends is, if someone's like, hey guys, I'm not up for it today, that is totally fine. And none of us are judging that person, because we all understand that if somebody needs a day, they need a day, and we'll support that person to rest and recover. And there's no judgment in that, which is really, really important, and really great that I have friends that are like that, because I often am like, you guys have a wonderful time, but I will be in bed writing poetry and not out. Thank you for inviting me, and they always still invite me, which is really nice. You want friends like that who, even if you probably, they know you're probably not going to say yes, they still keep inviting you, which is so, I love, you know who you are. Those are just brushing the surface of things that I find really important when it comes to protecting your peace and creating a very peaceful lifestyle. I just feel like the value of living and how your approach is to every single day can really, really take a step up when, you're finding creative outlets and good social circles and making your space very personal to you and having a great routine. Those are just a few things. At least if this helps one person, I will feel happy. So maybe I'll make a part 2. I don't know. I hope that everybody has a wonderful rest of, whatever time it is where you are. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.